God. The studio.
Ah! You were right!
Wow.
You were right. I was waiting for that gas, and there it is.
Uh-oh.
No families.
Their families don't care about them anymore because they're zombies. Welcome back to Wookiee Leaks, or as I like to call it, cute little Ewok Leaks on the Breakroom. It's me, Tommy B, and joining me today is Maude Garrett and Erik Voss. Couple Wookiee freaks talking Wookiee Leaks today. Today we're continuing our light speed delivery of Wookiee Leaks, giving you our episode reactions and immediate post-episode thoughts. And you know we got to talk about those statues Baylan is on.
Yes,
Someone
please.
went to the Mount Rushmore of witches, or gods, or mortis. And tomorrow, Maude, myself, and other guests will be discussing more lingering questions from this action-packed episode. Speaking of excitement, check out our merch at nerdriot.shop. We still got these Ahsoka shirts, and coming soon, you know that God of Mischief Loki's gonna have some shirts up on the site. Keep an eye out for them this week. I'm gonna keep an eye out on my desk. That's where the free samples go.
Where's the designer? Can we do a Loki and witches with the green flame crossover?
Yeah, I think they can make those up in like 10 minutes. Head to nerdriot.shop. It's time for Maude and I's reactions, and Erik will be back for the discussion. It's Ahsoka Episode 8, The Jedi, The Witch, and The Warlord.
Headache?
No, I'm thinking.
Oh, about what?
Star Wars. Okay.
Oh, that's where you do your best.
Yeah.
Your best thinking shouldn't hurt that much.
I know.
This is just still so phallic.
I love that this ship has just been chilling.
Very subtle.
Do they do meals? Like, do people get broken for lunch? Like, they're like, all right, zombie
Could be on
troopers.
the clock. She has had her hands clasped behind her back this entire show.
Yeah. That's Ahsoka's arm cross.
Eye of Sion?
Oh, yeah, that's their hyperspace thing, right? Oh, they're going to make her a scarier witch.
If those two beef, who are these sisters going to choose?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh?
oh goddamn, the powers are endless that these women possess. She doesn't look prepared.
Yes, great mother.
She seems scared.
Yeah,
Do you pledge yourself to the sisterhood,
there's a sorority.
the magic,
Don't pledge.
the old way?
Just enjoy college for what it is.
She's about to get hazed.
10 push-ups. Drink this cup.
They are looming towards her. Uh-oh.
She's like low-key not that interested in this though, right? Like they were just her like ancestors.
Apprehensive.
Yeah.
She's just pledged her life, though. They get to control how long that life lasts.
So I said low-key like a real Gen Zer there.
Bet.
Bet. You simps.
There's whooshing. Ah!
Oh no.
Whoa!
Ah.
Whoa! Now this is Star Wars.
So he's like, I hate all this. There's no guns involved.
Yeah, why is he... Whoa! And that's how you get your markings.
Ah.
She got black eyes.
Yeah.
What power is this? This is Marok power. This is the green gas.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it?
This is the army.
Yeah. The farmy. The fart me.
Fart me. Actually, don't clip that. Is this gonna be a staff? A sword?
Oh, katana.
Wait.
A
it
dark
changes.
saber.
Both Taliesin.
Poor Erik has to do a video on Taliesin now.
Yeah, sorry, Erik. And Morgan could kind of fight, right? In that she
Yeah,
fought
yeah.
Ahsoka. Like
She
we
sure
really
did.
haven't seen much of it yet. Oh wow!
Oh!
Yes.
Looks like a poisoned blade, doesn't it?
It's Beric Dondarrion, the Lord of Light.
Yeah, nice.
With his-
Except green flame.
Yes. He's
Yeah,
like
he's happy. That's a smirk.
He's like a little smirk, but he's still just like, if it doesn't have to do with ships and guns, I'm not that interested. He's very focused.
Visually, that was beautiful.
That was an awesome opening scene with all antagonists.
Yeah.
Also, it's amazing how Ahsoka being alive and the Jedi, one Jedi who doesn't even want to be a Jedi, Jedi, the Witch, and the Warlord.
Like the
Wow.
line, the witch in the wardrobe?
That has to be it, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
The
God!
Jedi,
What if
the Witch, and the
Ahsoka, Morgan,
Warlord.
and Thrawn are the three mother, or the father, the sister, and brother?
But
they're-
the sister represents Jedi, and that is
Yeah,
that was
right.
green flame. That did not scream good side.
Well, what if Morgan's the brother?
Yeah, okay.
Thrawn is
okay.
the father, the warlord.
Yeah, and then Ezra's the sister. Okay, he's building his lightsaber. Thanks to Huyang, who knows how to help build lightsabers.
Is he making the blaster one from the cartoon that could blast and saber?
I already love this.
Yes.
Those drawers are sick.
Yeah.
Architecturally?
Now we're getting little baby Ezra from like Rebels season 1 and 2 talking shit to a droid. I like it.
Isn't he like 20,000, 50,000?
Yeah, something like I get corrected all the time, so I'll just say a name and someone will tweet it at me and tell me I'm dumb. I think he's 40.
1,000.
I had 2 of those. Kanan took the one, the other I held on to in case.
I love this. Oh, this is very Phoenix Tail in the wand.
Yep. Only one other wizard has ever had a Phoenix Tail wand.
Curiouser and curiouser. Oh, that's beautiful. Where's your Kyber crystal? What color? What color?
Red.
Blue.
Oh. He's still good.
Classic Ezra. Oh, why?
Because she's sad because she can't do any of this. You know?
She should be taking notes.
It's like the one time in school, both my sisters got Student of the Week at the same time, and I didn't.
What did... Thank you.
Ahsoka became afraid that Sabine was training as a Jedi for the wrong reasons after what happened on Mandalore. She would become dangerous.
Oh. Man, Sabine and Ezra as the Gray Force wielders because of all the hurt they've had.
Well, Sabine's blocked.
Ship's just moving, they're just chilling. No motion sickness.
I just can't believe it's... Is this episode 8? Or-
Yes.
Yeah, it's 8 episodes for them to finally have a real conversation.
I know. I feel like Ahsoka, like Rosario's portrayal of Ahsoka, which I enjoy, makes it really hard for her to have one-on-one conversations with people because it's so stoic, and like she delivers her lines out.
And it's quite dismissive.
Yes.
At the same time.
She's jaded, like Luke,
Yeah, yeah.
and she has organs in there. In her head thing. There's organs, just so you know.
Ah, thank you.
It's a thing I recently learned.
They'd have like sonar listening. Woo-hoo.
Definitely.
Over the years, I've made my share of difficult choices.
But yeah, I'm pissed. Didn't say I wasn't.
That was a
mad.
very diplomatic answer.
Accept my master. Anakin.
There's still fondness.
Always stood by me.
Well, he did.
No one else did.
But he still wanted to bring her in when she was framed. Clone Wars. She's going to commit to Sabine. The season 2.
Yeah. I think we just got our season 2 renewal with that line.
Training saga.
I'll tell you a secret.
There's organs in my
There's
liver.
organs in my head.
Being Jedi.
It is a lot like Kanan's. Uh-oh, they're ties.
All those little turtles are going to be turtle soup.
Not stable.
Was their plan to go so slow
Whoa.
for a specific reason? It's amazing how strong Ezra has remained with the Force.
Yeah, I know. What is it? 10 years. Not even wielding one.
Started the engines that way.
Well,
Bye, guys.
she's just going to take him on. Oh, we've never seen something like that before.
No, flying your ship deliberately into another ship?
Uh-oh.
A sacrifice?
Oh.
I love when they don't even make it suspenseful. They're just out there. We're fine.
Uh-oh. So then I have to steal a ship to leave.
I'm so confused what the plan was. I watched the last episode, I swear. I know I was out of town, but was the plan to go real? Did they talk about it? Like, we've got to move as slowly as possible?
Well, I mean, look what they've got. They are literally turtles.
That's
like,
true.
I mean,
You're right.
they won the race against the hare.
You're right. Oh my God, it's a turtle, tortoise versus hare allegory.
Sabine is so short-sighted. Short-term goals, like just survive this next thing, and then we'll figure out the rest.
Right.
No long-term goal.
It's like Jason Statham says in The Meg 2. We face the problem in front of us, and then we move to the next thing.
Rule all TIE fighters as lost and prepare a citation? Okay, they still got the Howlers, though.
Right. But they've only gotten as far as the ship. Bye, guys. Sorry about that.
Again, abandoned.
See you, Hu Yang.
May the force be with you.
Oh, he's gonna die because he said it.
Yeah.
But he gets to say it. David Tennant got to say that. You know, he was just like...
Yeah, no kidding.
Wait, aware of what?
All wanted to make the sacrifice.
Again, they've been waiting for 10 years? They're about to leave, and they're like, I don't want to go home. I'd rather die.
I think they're all zombies. I stick by it.
True. I like that.
Or they're, fart ghosts.
Yes.
Do you think that Ezra is the most powerful Jedi, or is Ahsoka better than Ezra?
Well, let's find out. Yeah, you deserve better from me. Better than Ezra.
Better than Tomzra. I'm Ahsoka Tamo.
Uh-oh.
This ship has, convenient guns.
I like that they're green as well. I thought they were usually red, but the green represent the witches.
Well, it has all the markings on it, so maybe the witches have witchified the ship.
Well, like she's gonna do anything.
It's like a little kid helping his dad push the tractor.
How much force has he got in his back pocket, though, Ezra?
I hope they crash into the door. I'm sorry.
Of course they weren't.
Whoa!
Oh,
that
that
howler almost lost his tail.
Oh, he's disgruntled.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this is when we learn the truth about the troopers. Also, where's Baylan? Where's Shin? You know?
We don't know where Baylan and Shin are. We don't know what is in those sarcophaguses yet. I'm just keeping us up to tabs on what we haven't learned yet. I like that.
Oh, see, she's not good with the lightsaber. Better with blasters.
But that was
Ezra.
Ahsoka's
Whoa.
lesson.
Ezra's given it in his choreography. Much more than Rosario is, I'll say.
This dude's probably thrilled to play it. Like, he's like...
Nice.
Oh!
No gas.
Yeah. Those were humans. I was wrong. They were humans and they had families. And I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's so much worse.
Lieutenant Vadam Clavlin, Belene Vedenelum
Korim.
The studio...
Ah! You were right!
Wow.
You were right. I was waiting for that gas and there it is.
Uh-oh.
No families.
Their families don't care about them anymore because they're zombies.
Woo! You heard it here first.
Check, please. What if she said that? What a line of dialogue that would be. Awkward.
We have to kill them again.
All right, Sabine, you get to be a little sassy. Oh, they're slow. They walk slower, too.
They're zombies. Oh.
What if zombie troopers were incredible shots? They're amazing marksmen.
You had to die to be good.
Oh, they're groaning. Oh, no, this is kind of bad. It's not bad. It's fun. But their zombie moaning is a little
I wonder if it's
unnecessary.
going to get more violent knowing that they're... Whoa, the flame eyes. Bottleneck. Good.
Oh, God. So they're just unkilled. Give me a zombie Wilhelm scream.
This is kind of like the more horror we've seen in Star Wars. That was such a looming zombie walk.
Ooh, I kind of like this. I changed my mind. It's not bad. It's good.
Ooh, I'm feeling this. Zombie troopers.
Well, I guess I was like half right. And that still feels good for me.
Because you were right? Aww.
Well, they weren't zombies yet, but they became zombies.
Well, they did the summoning.
Yeah. They're hooking up that thing. That's the hyperspace.
Yep. She's going to have to sacrifice herself.
Yeah.
Is that what that is? Well, she got her promotion for like 15 minutes.
I understand. Oh my God. I should write for this. This is Star Wars.
Yep,
Dawn.
she's sacrificing herself.
Oh, God.
Can you volunteer if you are a zombie? Let's discuss.
Do they have rights?
Yeah.
These ladies are like, come on, don't.
Come on. I actually feel bad for Morgan.
I know. You've got me feeling bad for a bad person.
That's some good writing.
Well done.
Ooh, what are these like night troopers?
Oh. Wait, is she gonna break good?
No, she's gonna go out swinging. Oh, look at all the color slate for the lightsabers too.
I like it.
Ooh.
Wait, those aren't zombies though.
Yeah.
Those ones are?
I think they're the same ones.
They were smart enough to use an explosive. Now they can run?
They've got skill sets.
Do they learn faster?
Uh-oh.
For Dathomir. Uh-oh.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, we get to see the cool sword.
And she can fight too.
Oh, my God.
Oh, this is round 2. I called this last week. There was going to be a duel.
You must stop Thrawn.
Where's my duel?
Your vape?
Duel.
Jewel? Oh, you just said it fancy.
I said my D's soft.
Oh, yes.
There's a
No,
U
I liked
after
it. I say it like a hillbilly.
Duel.
Do well. Them fixing to have a scrape. Uh-oh, we've got guns.
So these are like the elite
Yeah.
night troopers. Good roll.
Yeah.
Good roll.
I think we've lost too many assassin droids. I'd like to see them get a little comeback.
Oh.
Yeah. He looked him in the eye. Oh, they're invincible too.
You can't kill it's already dead. Oh, that's
Well,
clotheslined. That's a wrestling move.
You got to go for the head, right? You got to cut their heads off. We're gonna see decapitations in Star Wars. We saw a
About
man
time.
get cut in half in Kenobi.
I really wish you could say you may fire when ready. There's just something about that Tarkin Thrawn.
Come on,
Whoa!
Morgan.
Look, she is giving it.
Yeah.
Take off the helmet. Yes. Show us what's under. I mean, that sounds terrible. Sorry. The helmet.
Let me see what you're working with under that helmet, boy.
Yeah, they're 10 years decayed.
Oh boy.
She's getting choked out.
She's getting Michael
Come on,
Myers.
now's the chance. This is your life. Your life depends on it. Ew.
Ooh.
This is horror. I kind of wish it was horror from the start, this whole show. Anyway.
That would have been fun. She did it.
Boom.
Or did he push it?
Usually I don't like undermining women, but...
I don't either, but they have been doing it the whole time for
Yeah.
her. Every time she thinks she's like doing something, it turns out as
You called
yes!
it. You called it. It was decapitation only. Remove the head.
This is great. Oh my God, they should do Star Wars at Halloween Horror Nights. I know it's different. I know it's
I think Star Wars horror is sick.
License a Star Wars zombie trooper maze for Halloween Horror Nights, you cowards. Come on, Zaslav, Iger, you messed us up with a strike. Give us a Halloween Horror Nights zombie trooper maze. I know they're different companies. I don't care anymore.
Oh, look, she's being so badass in this moment too.
Are they gonna have to do a crazy jump?
Levitate, you cowards. Levitate.
Hu Yang's gonna show up. No, I shouldn't say. That's no fun to try and spoil it.
No.
I've demonstrated it partially one time. Trust me, I can fly this plane.
What do you reckon? I'm terrible with distance. But that's the thing. She has no patience. Her lack of patience is her downfall.
I hope she fucking dumps him in the. He dies.
Oh my god, that'd be such a bad way
He
to go.
just biffs it.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
Ah! Sabine's Force user now. Oh no, it happened. It's like The Simpsons. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
Oh, he's hanging on. Whoa!
Oh!
Whoa! Push. He's good at pushing.
We're Star Warsing now.
Who's coming up behind her?
She's gonna go save her
It's
master.
Ahsoka. I think my heart rate monitor's saying it's up.
Oh, yeah. I didn't wear my Apple Watch today because I couldn't be shamed, but I was. Uh-oh.
Not in half. You can't kill Ahsoka. The name's in the title.
Well, it's the last episode. The next season
It's
is
going to
called
be Sabine. Oh my gosh, you're right. It's going to be like, yeah. Don't give in to the dark time. She didn't do it. So it's an Ezra Thrawn showdown again.
Yes.
Oh,
Ooh, this is good.
I do like that as a combo.
I'm having fun.
And it's her, no helmet.
And I feel so sophisticated watching this in glasses.
Oh yeah, same. It's improving it at least 10%.
Yeah. I feel like a real intellectual. I'm going to say something profound now.
Okay.
This choreography is decadent.
Ooh.
I own 3 condominiums.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Got her ass.
She used her own sword on her.
Does that kill all the troopers?
It should.
Isn't that the kind of the rule?
Oh, she felt it.
She felt it.
Just
Not quite.
a commodity only. Oh, Ezra, my dude. Please have a Han moment.
757 here.
Yes.
No, dismiss. Don't send.
I wanted him to say he was Jabba the Hutt. No, he always says in Rebels, this is Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt.
They just keep getting up, and they're just gonna die 100 times. Also, if they're left there to be zombies,
they live there forever.
Yeah.
They'll start eating all the turtles.
Oh God, yeah.
Naughty.
They basically just.
That should have been You May Fire When Ready.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, even the Star Destroyer is zombie-esque in appearance.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with all the wreckage. And
I love it.
Also, they've now just unleashed a zombie apocalypse on the turtle people.
Yes. The Nodi deserved better.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, vroom. So Ezra's taking on a whole dispatch. Where's the Purgle? He's gonna summon the Purgle for sure.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
I'm so into this episode.
This is great. I'm sorry I made fun of the Stormtrooper zombies groaning. I thought it was a little over the top, but I'm back. They were like,
It's Zombie 101 though, you have to.
I know. It really sends the point home that they're the undead.
And they changed the way they walked. Mind you, this is the best lesson Sabine can learn and witness.
Long live the Empire.
Dang.
No! Season 2. Uh-oh.
They're just like, they're getting a party ready. Sorry, that didn't work out. Eat some of our soups. But there's still 2 Force users on the planet, right? And now a bunch of zombies running amok.
Baylan and Shin!
Yeah. People in Star Wars handle being stranded pretty good. They're like, cool, no worries. Although Baylan sent something else on the planet. What? Is it her bird?
That's the owl!
That's her bird!
That's the owl! This is what represents the world between worlds, wasn't it? It's telling her to go back into the world between worlds!
And she's gonna go, is that how they're gonna get home, you think? Is that possible?
And there's Shin!
There's Shin.
God, that's such a subtle reference if you haven't seen Rebels.
Yeah. Well, her bird is like...
Oh, she's going to them
She's gonna raise a rebellion of the bandits or whatever.
Samarandits. What is that?
Oh, it's a temple, right? That's got to be a Sith temple or a Jedi temple.
my God.
What is
He
it?
did find it. That's got to be a...
That's the original temple that he was looking for the entire time to get answers?
That's
That's the mother? The father? It is?
I think so.
That's the father. What happened to the brother? The brother got desolated?
Right.
He's the daddy?
He's daddy.
He's the Look, it's him!
Yes.
That's his nose and his mouth. It's downturned. It's him.
Wow, what a crazy 2 minutes. That was insane. I've said that before in my life, but I will say that was the most profound.
said last week that there was no way they were going to try to tie that in on the last episode because it had too much weight behind it.
Ooh.
Season 2.
Season 2. Give it to us.
What about Ray Stevenson?
I know. God, Ray Stevenson.
They're going back to Dathomir. Oh, we're going to see
Ray.
some Rancor.
Yes. Maybe a Danny Trejo cameo?
We're going to get...
Ooh, what are in those boxes?
They're the army.
Oh, they're going to do a whole undead
But they
army?
have to summon them to
Oh my
ignite
God.
them.
An army of the undead?
And where are all the Night Sisters? Freaking Dathomir.
Oh my God.
I think we're going to get Maul. I reckon Maul's going to go... Oh no, I mean, I know he's been killed, but like Maul is adjacent.
Yes.
Leia. No. Who do you think? What? Enoch.
It's Ezra.
Oh, it's Ezra.
Hey, Chop.
So I get it now. The dispatch was coming, so he had time to prepare, so he could fly undercover the entire time. I thought he may have taken care of the beard. That's cool, that's cool. Now this is the reunion response that we wanted that we didn't get from Sabine.
Oh, no.
Aww. Aww. So Baylan's just unlocked his daddy powers?
I guess. I mean, he sensed it, right? He said he sensed it.
That was his side mish.
So what their plan has to be to get inside another whale's mouth and go home? Or are they just like, we're stuck here now?
It does tie up loose ends for these characters in a way. But I mean, you can't call it Ahsoka.
But it does give them time to train for season 2 and Sabine to be awesome.
True.
Ooh, we're almost packed.
I can feel it.
He called me. I actually know exactly where to go. I just like it here. Next to Thrawn. Oh. We are their queens now.
Am I listening to the... It is. It's a take on the OG theme in strings. It's beautiful.
I think she's just lying because I think she's no Padawan at all. I think Sabine Wren is going to be...
Dark side fodder.
Or middle of the road.
Well, I mean,
It's that Mandalorian in her, you know? Too much Vader in him.
What if Sabine and... oh, come on. Satine Kryze's Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan Kryze.
I wouldn't mind them being together.
No.
Take that as you will.
Yeah. Accept it for whatever you want it to mean. What?
Oh, Hayden got his...
That what she felt?
How did Ahsoka not? What? Or does he... What? What an episode.
Oh, Rick
Go,
from the
Rick!
Of course.
Woo! Wow, we just came in from hyperspace, everyone.
Boy, are my arms tired. A little bit of fun. Now that was an episode. Maude, give me your thoughts.
Well, I mean, honestly, I didn't think that this series had that in it.
No.
It packed a real big punch. A big fan, on the edge of my seat. We got more information instead of questions answered. More questions asked, I feel. It was great.
Now, I thought this was a Force ghost next to us, so I didn't introduce him. We are back with a special guest. Joining us for this little Ewok leak is Erik Voss.
Yay!
Hi, everybody.
Eric. What'd you think of this episode?
It was a lot. I gotta say, it was a mixed bag for me.
Yeah,
It was a
okay.
mixed bag for me. I thought it honestly ended the season as best as probably could have been ended after episode 7. I think we all kind of knew what was going to be coming from episode 8 the way episode 7 was going, right?
Yeah.
Like we kind of knew, this is not galloping with a swift pace to an ending. This is more just kind of like, this is going to be a vibe.
Yeah.
And it really was, like, Dave Filoni, I have to give him credit. He didn't direct this episode. He wrote it. The great Rick Famuyiwa directed
Yeah,
it.
she did a wonderful job, I thought.
And just the music, the way it ended, I have to say, the fact that we didn't get a Zeb cameo this season feels
Seems
criminal.
insane to me.
Feels criminal, but I think we can get over it.
I will, but I just don't understand why he was introduced in. You know what? It's not. We don't have to understand. We don't work for Lucasfilms. We don't work for Disney. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm over it. Put Zeb on wherever you want. I'm a glasses guy now. I'm dignified. I don't lose it on a drop of a hat. Maude, go into hyperspace and give us a quick rundown of what happened in this episode. please.
I would love to. Hello, everyone. So Morgan becomes a Night Sister. This was baller. Love this moment. Flame eyes.
Yes.
That was cool. Ezra makes a lightsaber. Beautiful moment with Huyang there. Of course, having Huyang's history. But we have, like, exposition dialogue, which I've been waiting for the last 4 episodes. And then there is a lot of fighting. We've got zombie night troopers, called it.
Well, I think specifically the idea of what I had was I compared them to Sir Eric from Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, in that they were just they were even more zombies than I thought they were. I thought they were going to be just like kind of like mind controlled drones fighting for a cause. And
I thought they were just going to be gaseous, and that was it.
Well, that certainly would have made sense because they were all seemed to be sealed tight with tape and things. But in the end, they were just pure zombies.
We had
which is kind of
zombies.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that was an incredible moment. Just the way the green energy just flowed throughout them. The sounds that they made, I think, were my favorite, though. Like, it was this, it peaked out through the sound speaker in their helmets.
Yeah.
So it was just like they were screaming inside of those helmets. And it was just such a cool effect. It's like, I think, my favorite zombie sound I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You were saying the zombie Willem scream.
Yeah, I wanted to hear a Wilhelm scream that was just like.
Also, can we just credit, I did not plan ahead. I hadn't seen the episode. My jacket choice, considering what went down in the episode. I am also a Night Sister, zombie-esque type person tonight.
And I've been known as a brother of the night.
We got to get you a sword of Talzin. We got to get
Thank
you
Bail
a
money.
bodyguard.
Bail money.
Right.
So kicking back on with the recap, Thrawn ultimately wins the day.
Bastard.
And we get Thrawn returning to the main galaxy, surveying his cargo. We also have Baylan standing on the statue of the father, a.k.a. his actual image.
Yes.
Side by side.
The father here.
He looks the same mouth shape, the same schnozzy. It's him. That's going to suck having to replace him even more.
I know. I mean, I really want to see his future in a Tales of the Jedi episode. Like, I feel like it's a no-brainer. Like, let's just continue this story in animation. You don't even need to bring in a new voice actor. I would be totally fine with seeing a non-verbal episode from Baylan, just like as a stoic lone warrior making this travel to whatever this Mordor is. We'll talk about that, right?
Sure
like where we think he's
will.
pointing.
Yes. I'm fascinated by the entire arc of that character because Thrawn knew he was a general and a Jedi. So like this guy has had this plan to get to this planet for a long time.
It was never Thrawn.
Seemingly.
Thrawn was the MacGuffin for Baylan.
That's true.
That's a lot of fun. We see Shin. She's leading the bandits with a broken heart, so she's choosing the dark side more than ever. Sabine and Ahsoka, they're hanging out with the Noti because they've been left abandoned since the Star Destroyer took off with Ezra inside of it. A lot of force pulling, a lot of force pushing. And then Anakin's Force Ghost watching on. Was that a moment or what? Shout out to Hayden Christensen, who I believe is one of the VIPs, the MVPs of this season.
Both.
He had his time. He shone.
He did.
You know?
Yeah.
You know who didn't get his time? This little murderous bastard.
He had a bit of dialogue.
No
in there.
kills. No kills.
That was a bit disappointing.
On screen, Ziono.
Off screen.
Better to get a taster
Off
for
screen.
his purpose.
Shout out to editor Drew for one of the greatest videos of all time. All right, guys. Here's my big question. What the fat are those statues? All right, that has to be the father and the son and a beheaded daughter. So
Definitely,
we can
definitely.
Yeah.
If that is not an indication of what they represent, you know, we had the father, the son was basically defying the light side, but the daughter was leaning into the light side. So that's how you have the balance of the force. So if the daughter represents good, and she has been dilapidated or demolished.
Yeah. Do you think by the Night Sisters?
It looked like a lightning strike. I don't know if it was.
Oh, maybe Bendu. He can summon lightning from the sky.
Is that right?
Maybe a creature like Bendu.
That'd be fun. We did not get my Bendu cameo this episode.
But we got the
I was
owl.
just, I was
We did
shoehorning
get
that
the
in there.
owl.
So
We got the owl.
Yeah, Bendu can summon lightning from the sky. It seems like the direction they went with, though, were the Mortis gods.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is one of the things we talked about as a possibility. But let's talk about the Mortis gods in relation to the ancient Dathomiri and to the Zepho. Because the Zepho, that was totally a shout out to Kujet on the ruins of the fortress. And so we know that the Zepho must have had a relationship with the Dathomiri. They both came from this other galaxy in this planet
It's
Peridia.
so crazy to me. It's like now we have this whole other galaxy with history that ties into the new galaxy.
Well,
How
and we
fun.
knew that the Mortis gods must have come to the main Star Wars galaxy
Right.
from some other place. They were defined as like celestials in the Star Wars universe, and so they had this whole history. We know about it from the Clone Wars Season 3 Mortis arc. Highly recommend you go watch it. But yeah, you have it's basically the Holy Trinity of Star Wars: the Father, the Daughter, the Son. All three died at the end of that Mortis arc, but they live on in different ways. But my question is, did they actually exist on Peridia in this ancient magical time, or were they just worshipped by the Dathomiri as beings that pre-existed the Jedi Order?
Well, interesting, I think, play on the title then. Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe.
I mean, totally C.S. Lewis.
Which is a C.S. Lewis, the book which deals with the concept of faith and gods with, basically characters, taking Aslan obviously represents the creator and God. The title of the episode is a take on that. So is this world a world where gods have lived? Is this planet a planet where gods have lived, much like Narnia? Is it like that place? Although, I mean, ultimately, depending on how you interpret the books, Narnia was, basically heaven, celestial plane for the family. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of talking in circles because it's weird to talk about faith on a Star Wars show, and I don't want to make.
What are you
anyone
talking
uncomfortable.
about? This is the
All
best
I know
time to
is
talk
this:
about it.
Christ is in my heart, and the devil's in my farts. Let's go.
That's how you made the army.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm making an army right now.
So let's, there is some, in addition to C.S. Lewis, some Tolkien references here. I mean, the way those statues are, they're roughly the same sense of scale as the Argonath statues that we see in Fellowship. The fact that Argonath have their hands out, this father statue is pointing, and he's pointing at something that to me right away looked like Mount Doom in the distance. But it's not. It's not a volcano, because if you look at it, that light is blinking on a specific frequency. It looks like a structure, an artificial structure that someone created.
Yeah.
Now, is it a beacon that he's pointing to? Is it some representation, something connected to the Mortis gods? Like we talked about, I believe it was the Den of Nerds that had a great theory about the mother. who was a Legends figure, who was a human who rose to the level of a servant and served the three gods of Mortis. Now that is from a run of books that was concurrent with Clone Wars, but it's considered Legends. But you know, Dave Filoni loves to
Filoni loves to make those legends straight into canon, bro.
Yeah,
fire it out of the cannon.
Right now, it really is just a blinking light that maybe wasn't there, and then last minute they just added a blinking light on the horizon.
Right.
Can we talk about? Is it possible? I don't want to be too cynical about this, but is it possible that they might have composited Ray Stevenson into like just to give his character some closure? And they hadn't had anything shot.
I wonder. I wonder if that scene was added.
But you can't end it there. That's not a full stop. That is the start of a sentence.
You're right. It is the start of a new journey. I just don't know what more you could have done. If you did have to composite something, like it would have to be nonverbal, it would have to be the character from a distance. I don't know.
True.
I don't know enough about VFX and what would be accomplishable based off of existing footage. It did look like he was wearing now like a wolf skin or something. Like they definitely skinned
But
one
Shin
of the
had
howlers.
her
He took a howler down.
Shin had her moment though, so like they would have had to have planned for it to be in different
But
paths.
was that a moment? I have to say, I don't mean to gripe too much. I don't think we got a conclusive ending for Baylan and Shin, and I think that's my one note, my one gripe about this, because the two of them, the way they ended in episode 7, I just felt like was such a disappointment. Like he's just like, my final lesson to you. We never really got any closure, and as good as Ivana Sakno is, like she just kind of looked at him and was like, all right. And then, like,
yeah.
I
I
really
mean,
felt they did her dirty.
we're adding our emotions as it like she's heartbroken, right? Like
Yeah.
I feel what you're saying, Maude. Like I agree. Like you know,
No, I
like,
felt the same thing.
Yeah,
I had to
like-
be like, wait, did that just happen? Because
Right.
it was such a
Yeah.
sharp dismissal without
yeah,
any kind of
it did
like,
feel quick.
unpacking.
Felt
Yeah.
very quick.
Yeah.
I think that this season needed either 2 more episodes or they needed to kind of condense one of the earlier episodes and given us another Peridia episode.
I mean, it's incredible too. Like you know, as viewers and as people reacting to it, we were like, "Wow, this is moving pretty fast." At the beginning, we're like, "Good, they've gotten to the point." It's like they're going to build the Eye of Sion and fly into wherever Thrawn is, and then now we're like, they could have done it even faster.
yeah, they really
They
could
could have
have.
got it done even faster.
Also, I have another idea, and maybe I'll flesh it out, pun intended, tomorrow. We had the most horror genre of any Star Wars
for sure.
yet.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if
yeah.
Mandalorian's going to take the Western vibe, Andor is going to take the political thriller angle, I kind of wish that horror as a genre was more consistent through all of Ahsoka. Why couldn't Ahsoka have been final girl material?
You have
know?
witches. You have zombies.
You've got all you could have had Chopper unleashed. You know what I mean? Like there was so much potential. I guess it definitely packed the punch to have these zombies, and you know, like the ritualistic sort of moment between the Night Sisters. But it just got the cogs turning, going like, what if they doubled down into that a little bit more? I guess it wouldn't have been as respectful to the Clone Wars and Rebels, which is what Dave's just trying to have an extension of.
Right.
And every now and then they would have like, you know, a little curveball episode that was a bit more genre specific, like one for kids specifically.
I completely agree with you, Maude. I think like the series started with witches and then the ruins on Arcana. And then that's, you know, the whole path to Peridia being hinted at with the whispers of the Night Sisters that she was hearing in Cetos ruins. But we had the prolonged episode on Cetos that I thought was really fun and really well directed, but it was not about that.
Right.
And then we had the World Between Worlds episode, which again, a great episode, live action Clone Wars.
That's very
but-
Narnia. That's inside your closet moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again,
That's
not about witchcraft or anything.
Right.
And then after that, we get to
Well,
Peridia.
the summoning that took place to kind of get the artifact to unlock the location, like that was
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
That's a little.
I just think thematically, you're right. This could have been a show about Star Wars witches.
Yeah.
And it moved away from that just to become a show about like
Star Wars.
Dave Filoni's toy box.
Yeah.
And that's what all these shows are. So we shouldn't be surprised by this, right?
Right,
Like,
I wish there was
we're
more
lucky to have
Marok.
what we have.
Like Marok being like, you know, this gaseous entity that the witches had. Like how
Yeah.
cool, like him looming and Ahsoka thinking that she'd take him out. And he kind of like, you like, hold on, that looked like a killing blow. And he kind of gets up and like, you know, but is slowed down enough that she got away. But they could, you know, you really could have leaned into some of these horror tropes a little bit more, which is so exciting as a Star Wars fan to see it in a new genre.
I want to know how Ahsoka feels about the Night Sisters.
Right.
About like, because that final battle between her and Morgan Elsbeth. I mean, Deanna Lee Inosanto is an amazing stunt performer, and yes, that duel was incredibly acted and performed with the stunts, but I just don't know what the emotional stakes were. It just kind of felt like, well, we need to dovetail their duel from The Mandalorian.
Right.
But I don't know how they feel about each other. I don't know why they're
I-
mad at each other.
I thought a beautiful moment leading into that was when, she just got promoted. She just got, all this power gifted to her, and she became almost an equal with these people she revered. And then realized and recognized that she was still a pawn in this game of chess that Thrawn's playing, and she was disposable.
Thrawn pawn.
Yeah,
And
that
so
was a
for
great
her
moment.
to have to take the L and be like, well, and they're like, yeah, you know what you need to do. And she's like, I guess this is where I die so that you can foresee the mission. She's like, okay.
It
So
has to be you, Morgan, not me, not
Not
Hermione.
Hermione,
You.
no!
No. All right, so
The glasses.
let's pat ourselves on the back a little bit before we get to audience questions. Obviously, I was partially right. Many other people on the
Zombie
internet
army.
also had this theory that those stormtroopers were going to zombify or were already zombies. I don't think I'm certainly the only person that said that. Did you guys have any satisfying predictions?
Well, I
that
mean,
came true?
I don't want to take the win away from you. You championed that notion. You also said that Ezra would die.
Yeah, but that was for the clicks and the chicks.
Ezra was reborn in this episode. Ezra
He
had
got to be
great
Ezra
moments.
again, which I enjoyed.
Ah.
Talking smack to a droid.
Where was that the last two episodes as well?
I
Hey,
was
what
worried,
happened? I don't want to talk about it. He wants to talk.
Yeah,
Dude's had no one but Noti.
He's got to get it off his chest. Eric, anything you're proud of?
No, not really. I have to say, I blew it this season, like in terms of my theory crafting. I from the get go, I was like, oh, it's got to be the Rakatans. No, it was not the Rakatans. I think I said, I think somewhere I'm like, oh, we'll go into the world between worlds. I definitely predicted that Marok. To me, I was just like, it's definitely not Starkiller, so I was trying to find a rational explanation.
yeah.
Before that, I didn't really care what Marok was. But I'm
Right.
like, well, if it's not Starkiller, who is it? So I was like, maybe it's a wolf thing, and we're gonna get a Shistavanian. Wrong. I definitely got. What else did I get wrong? Oh, I got Bendu wrong, and was not Bendu.
I wanted it to be Bendu, though,
Yeah.
for crying out loud. I was with you on that. Eric, I'm going to stop you. I can't have you talking bad about yourself when we're this close
Yeah.
to Loki. We need you fired up. We need to get you. We'll get you a spa
I'm feeling
day.
okay.
You did great.
Yeah,
You did a great
I
job.
got some little things right, like I said, but I think it's a no-brainer to say that Ezra's going to put on some Stormtrooper armor and then go over her radio.
I don't know,
opportunities.
though.
That's what
No,
he does.
that's very specific.
I would have said it was a
like
no-brainer that he was going to get off that ship and Zeb would have been with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I thought for sure we'd get
Yeah.
Zeb and a reveal of what was in the boxes. I think we can assume now,
That's
based
the
off what they were
army.
doing, what's in the boxes. And then I think I also predicted when you and I chatted that they were going to end up on Dathomir.
Yes.
Well, they're not
but-
boxes. Can we call them coffins? Because I feel
Let's
like
call
they're
them coffins.
coffins.
Yeah,
They're dead
agreed.
in there, and they're just going to be reanimated by the
That
witches.
we now feel they are coffins and there will be an army of undead.
I've got a prediction. I think this is Shin's villain origin story, and she's going to be the next Asajj Ventress.
Okay.
And also the thing that I got right, I've been saying since day one that Baylan was daddy. So
yes, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so
that.
can we align the Mortiscott? So if Balin is the father, I don't think Shin is the daughter. I think Shin's the son.
Oh.
Right?
and
Because
then-
the energy she's taking is the son, and
No,
I
no,
think
no, but if
Ahsoka's
she-
the daughter.
If she had such a prominent role in that, he wouldn't have just bailed on her. He would have brought her in on this.
Balin,
job.
you can't say Balin without Bail.
See, I already did that.
I'm sorry, I'm not good at this,
You did good.
and I'm not proud of myself. But I do think,
Let me bail you out.
yeah, or
See, you just have to freeze.
Sabine's
Then
the
it's
daughter, Ahsoka's the mother.
Oh, mommy.
Abeloth? No, I don't know if Abeloth's coming in.
And
I
I'm the
think-
baby.
I don't know if they'll ever say.
God.
Who's
love
the
me.
son?
The son, I think, is Shin. I think Shin is the son because I think she's taken the wrong lessons away from this. I think
Yeah.
Balin's got the balance.
I still don't think it's Shin. I think that she's served her passage with what Balin was willing to
You know what
give
I
her.
think?
And if,
I think this is going to go great for lingering questions tomorrow. We're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
Should we
marinate
save
on
it?
this.
Wrap it up.
Save it.
Do we have
Wrap it up.
audience questions, Evan?
Yeah, we got some audience.
I like this.
questions.
All right.
A
lot of
no,
great
no dumb
stuff.
ones, okay? If I hear a stupid one, I'm walking off.
All right. If we didn't answer your question today, I'm saving a lot of them. We might
Don't worry,
answer
we'll
it
be
tomorrow.
back tomorrow with a lingering questions episode that's going to blow your
Yeah,
socks.
3 p.m. All right.
Question.
So Ellie Finelli asking, how will Star Wars continue to explore the gods of Mortis? What do you guys think?
Financially driven.
Season 2.
Yeah, I would be surprised if we see a lot. Well, here's the thing. I guess the way I feel about Ahsoka will be dependent on what the next thing it leads to is,
Yeah.
which is a weird thing to say
Yeah.
at
We
the end
should
of a
have
show.
more awareness.
Yeah,
We should be more
we should
clued
know.
in.
If there's a second season, I'm going to be a bit more open-minded about the way it ended. If it's just going to set up a Thrawn movie, I'm not.
I don't think
sold
we're there
on
yet
Thrawn
for a
movie.
movie
No.
because do you see the Mandalorian characters playing in this world yet as of now?
No.
I don't
Not
see
really.
how you introduce them
6
into
seasons in a movie.
this. Yeah, I need a Ahsoka season 2 with some Mandalorian crossover.
Yeah, what I want is Skeleton Crew. I want the Thrawn movie. I want all of these to take place not necessarily in this Peridia galaxy, but in a third galaxy. So we have the main galaxy, we have the Peridia galaxy. I want to see a third.
And that's the Mortis as well?
And then that could be a place where they worship Mortis openly, and there's no Jedi Order, maybe some Night Sisters, but it's just like I want to see a dark galaxy where the Mortis gods are just on every, like, rather than being Ten Commandments statues and crucifixes and crosses everywhere, there's just Mortis iconography everywhere.
Sure.
And that's what he's pointing to, is some kind of gateway that leads to that third galaxy.
I love
that's where I want it to go
and
from
Ahsoka
here.
And Sabine are going to tail on with that.
And then we can go explore that. Skeleton Crew can already be there. Maybe Acolyte could take place there. And then we can just have this other galaxy that is completely independent from the main Skywalker saga. And then that's where we can live for there. So I'm hoping that's where we go. And if in the meantime, it's going to take some time to like build to that. To answer the question, where are the Mortis gods next? Let's see a Tales of the Jedi one-off episode that just shows Baylan communing with the
Give it to me.
Mortis
And
gods.
then who's that flying in on his X-Wing? Oh, it's Arnold Piggy Porkins, son of Jet Porkins, who's avenging his father's death, and he's played by me. And my catchphrase is, "What's that smell?"
Okay.
Maude, you're in this episode too. You play God Merritt.
Oh, that's my Jedi name, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah, cool.
Okay,
Hold on,
Eric, sorry, we wrote you out.
What if, now that we're doing what ifs, Ahsoka has
written
her
back in.
season, and then the next season's going to be Sabine, or the next season's going to be Ezra. And
It's just
actually
every
start
Rebels
having-
character except for Zeb.
Yeah.
Zeb.
Pouring out for Zeb.
I want to see Ezra and Zeb in just like a spin-off couple episodes. That's all I really need. Ezra, Zeb, and Chopper.
We got a new question.
GSU Eagle asking, how do we feel about Sabine's force power improving very rapidly? Once you tap into the force, are you just adept at it now?
Doesn't that
I'm guessing you're not okay with it.
Yeah,
For
my
sure.
guess is that was loaded with an opinion, which we love you, GSU Eagle, and I think maybe some people will be fine with that, but or we'll share that with you. But isn't that kind of how didn't Luke go from like?
Yeah, but there
barely-
was a lot of time in between when he became a Jedi Knight.
I mean, but we had all kind of discussed. Maude, you and I both used the word blocked. Like, it wasn't necessarily that she did. I mean, her training was all impeded by a mental block and a self-doubt and a
Maybe it's the helmet.
trauma or whatever, and maybe the thick Beskar.
Yeah, the
I don't know if
Beskars
the helmet's
block
made
it.
of Beskar,
Yeah.
but
What if she gets stronger the more she's around the witches?
See, that would be cool. I love the idea of like Sabine having a Night Sister curse from that moment in Visions and Voices, because she never would have picked up the dark saber if not for a spiritual possession by a Night Sister. And that is it's already right there to build on. Now they didn't say it this episode. Instead, what they did is kind of vaguely imply that she has like midichlorians and force abilities just by being friends with Ahsoka. I don't want to be too negative about it, but like I didn't connect with the character Sabine, and I think it was a mixture of bad writing for the character, and I just think the actor really struggled to read what was on the page, but to deliver in a consistent way throughout the season the way that character was written. I think she was a mess.
Well, I mean, I think it was not having enough exposition on who she is with this. We only found out in the finale, really, the weight of her situation.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
and
I
what
guess.
happened to Mandalore, and that she's carrying that. She's never had time to really talk about it.
Right.
She's never had time to share these emotions. So I think the actor was like, here's your backstory. We're going forward, but every single time you go forward, you have to have the weight of all of this there, which is not really explained. Also, the actor's Australian, so I'm going to come to her defense.
As we should. And you know what? Why can't they give her that monologue? How great. I think one of my all-time favorite Rebels episodes is Trials of the Darksaber, where Sabine just goes on this rant of how she failed the people of Mandalore and that she never wants to wield the Darksaber. It's probably the best voice acting we've heard on that show.
But that's Tia Sakar. Is that her name?
Yeah, it's a different actor. But why can't they just write a monologue for her where she yells at Ahsoka and says, "I could have saved my family," and Ahsoka could, Rosario Dawson, great actress, could scream back in her face, "No, you could have. You would have fried in those fusion bombs."
Right.
We're doing the thing that our colleague Van Lathan says on Midnight Boys never to do. Do not write the show. Don't write the show. I get it.
We won't write the show.
There's a missed opportunity here to let this great actor deliver some lines. Instead, we had this conversation between Hu Yang and Ezra about her. Why couldn't we get her the lines?
In the last episode.
Yeah.
This should have been Ahsoka and Sabine coming to a head, where Ahsoka's so focused on the training and Sabine's just like, you're not seeing me. You're not remembering that I'm a person.
Well, lucky for me, this episode passed
Let's write
the
the episode.
Bechtold test. which is when two male characters talk about a female character when she's not in the room. So congratulations, Ahsoka, for being brave enough to pass the Bechtold test. Do we have any more questions?
And you've been Bechtold.
Before I'm led away in handcuffs.
Yeah. We were we were talking a bit about this before we came back from the break, and a bunch of people have asked about this. Savvy389 and DJM311. What do you guys think? Do we get a season 2, or do all of these storylines continue in?
I really hope they get a season 2. Because
I think we need to, because otherwise this isn't enough to lead to a movie. Like, I think we need to unpack more of these. And I know it's just like, well, if you didn't like this season, why do you want a second season of it? Like, well, because
that last episode was batshit. I loved it. I want more of that.
And I think I'm, like the father, son, and daughter. We're all on different levels of enjoyment of this season. I liked it. I mean, for me, I think maybe I don't have that strong of a relationship with the animated stuff that a lot of people have. That I know, Eric, you've watched a lot, and I think a lot of other people I've talked to about it who have not liked or have not enjoyed Ahsoka as much. I think on its face, I could pick apart a lot of things, and that's all valid. But I think what I've been asked to do for the channel is to like watch it and react, and that's been very fun for me.
Yeah.
So I think like I can totally understand if you have to then go into and write about it and really think about it, where questions would come up. But when you live in my fantasy little world where then you go home and just eat Oreos after this, it worked for me. And you know what?
And that's fine.
It doesn't make any of us bad.
No.
And we're not getting a divorce, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just going to move into my own apartment for a few months, and your mother and I are going to see other people. And that's it for this episode.
Okay, this is important. This is the father. I need a 3-cam for this one to make my point. I need a 3-cam for this one. This is the father. That's the son. I am the daughter. Where's the lie?
Where's the lie? You know what's not a lie?
Chaos erupting from...
And that's the baby. All right, listen, remember, Eric's got his Easter egg breakdown coming out on the new Rockstars channel. We'll be back tomorrow to answer some lingering questions and some lingering Stormtrooper essence. Follow the Breakroom on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. And I'm trying to get us up on the hub, guys. They're fighting us. Follow Breakroom NR, and of course, follow New Rockstars on all platforms. Guys, anyone have Maude? What's your socials?
Maude Garrett on everything. 2 R's, 2 T's.
He's E Voss. Follow him. Send him gifts. Thanks for watching. And of course, as we always say, we have spoken.